Ability meeting to order. Today is March 4th at 3:05 p.m. Roll call
Calling the roll, Ms. Simon.
here.
Ms. Brown. Ms. Brown is absent at the moment. Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones is absent at the moment. Ms. Stevens.
Present.
Mr. Brady. Mr. Brady is absent at the moment. We do not have a quorum.
Oh, I'm sorry. Councilman Miller has been deputized as a member of this committee for purposes of establishing a quorum.
Mr. Miller.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Great. Thank you. We have minutes from the 5th of February. Can I have a motion to approve the minutes?
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Minutes approved from last meeting. Do we have any public comment?
No, Madam Chair, no one is signed in.
Oh, I'm sorry, I reversed that. Okay, so one matter today, 2020-0059, it's a resolution. Can we have that read into the record, please? And we'll have Robin come up.
Resolution number 2020-0059, authorizing an amendment to agreement number AG 1800155 with Educational Service Center of Northeast Ohio for fiscal agent services for the Families and Schools Together program, fast work activities, and parent services for the period 1/1/2019 to December 31st, 2019, to extend the time period to December 31st, 2020, and for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $919,944.
Thank you. Go ahead, Robin.
Robin Martin, Family and Children First Council. This contract allows an amendment with the educational. I'm sorry, Robin Martin, Family and Children First Council. This contract allows an amendment with the Educational Service Center of Northeast Ohio to serve as the fiscal agent for the FAST program. The FAST program is an international program that applies research and evidence-based family therapy practices to promote parent engagement and family bonding. The program empowers parents to be leaders in their families. It builds positive connections between families and schools, and it creates a supportive community for engaging and fostering children's well-being and education. During FAST, families have an opportunity to spend quality time together, share a meal, play games, and engage with other families. 80% of the families who attend the first session of FAST successfully complete the program, and FAST is known for having the highest retention rate of any parent empowerment program out there. After a single session of FAST, the goals aim to have a child's increase improvement in their behavior, diminish emotional problems at home and at school, strengthen child and parent bonding, and reduce family conflict, and to improve academic performance, and children get along better with their parents and their peers in school. For this program, the reason we are doing this as a fiscal agent is because we are active in 17 school districts 17 school buildings across 6 districts. And in each program has 6 members per team, and we pay each of the members for their participation to run the sites. There's also a master trainer that works out of our office that runs the program, and then there are 10 trainers that go out to each of the sites to monitor their fidelity to the model and to make sure that the program is running as it's supposed to. The Educational Service Center, they also contract with FAST National because this program requires various certifications. And so they come in and do the certifications each year. They train and retrain the staff that are involved in the process. For us, they generate about 103 agreements a year, and they process about 325 checks. And the reason we use the ESC is because the districts and most of the people that they're paying, they're set up in their system electronically, and they're able to process the payments a lot easier than we would be able to do at the county.
Questions from the committee?
Yes.
Councilman Stevens?
How does a family qualify to be in the program?
So we train the schools to identify parents that are not actively participating in their child's academic process. So we look for parents that are hard to reach by phone. are not showing up for parent-teacher conference. And we actually have a parent that is on the team. In conjunction with the school, they reach out to potential parents and ask them to participate in the process. To be eligible, they have to have what we call a target child that's in the 3rd grade.
And what is it, an identifier for the target child?
They have a parent that's not actively participating.
That's it? It
Yes.
has nothing to do with their academic achievements or their social skills?
Typically, what we find is that when we have parents that are not engaged, we have, not always, but the kids are having problems in the school. So those kids are like number one. And then after we go after that group, then the next group, we would look at the ones that are hard to engage, but the kids may be doing okay. So we kind of have tiers in terms of who we invite.
Can I continue, Madam Chair? One of my other questions evolves around what are the quality of the services that you're providing to the parents? Are these wraparound services from other programs at the county? Are we for example, if one of the things is that the parent needs to finish their GED or something like that, and they have a hard time reading with their kids, do we provide those kinds of support services?
So the team members, 2 of the partners are school partners, 2 partners are community partners. And so what we aim to do is build the relationship between the parent and the school partners and the community partners. And during the process, if the parents ask for other services, it's the responsibility of that group to help link them to other programming that they may ask for. So sometimes the community partners are from our provider agencies, Guidestone, some of our neighborhood collabs. They're able to do the linkage themselves, but if they are not, they call our office and we assist them with the linkage.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Just want to recognize Councilwoman Brown is here for the committee. We just had an overview of a contract with Fast Work to provide actual check writing services on behalf of the agency, because there's a lot of 300-plus checks a year, and it helps with other administrative tasks. But before we have any questions, I just wanted to clarify that this amendment is extending the time not for 12 months, but your intention is to extend it for 2 years,
Yes,
correct?
The funding is correct, but the date is not.
Okay, yeah, because I thought that's a lot of funding for 12 months.
No, it's for 2 years.
Correct. Okay,
Yes.
so I would like to amend this resolution to change the extended time period to read, to extend the time period to 12/31/2021 rather than 2020. Do I have a second? Second. Thank you. First and second, all in favor to amend to extend to 2021? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay, so this will be amended in committee, correct, Madam Clerk? And then we'll go to if we pass it out, it will go as amended.
Correct.
Okay. So any other questions? Okay, Councilman Miller?
Not so much a question, more of a comment. I just wanted to bring to your attention that the Great Lakes Regional Prevention Council has just put out an RFP for services that would begin on July 1st, 2020, and the FAST program is considered a program that's evidence-based and works well as a child abuse and neglect prevention program. So if you would benefit from having additional resources and capability, I would suggest that you could put in an application.
If I could respond to that. Sure. We did have an application in for FAST. One of the problems we run into is with FAST National in terms of our certification. Some of the questions that the Ohio Children's Trust Fund require us to ask as part of the process put us in jeopardy of losing our certification because they're asking us to ask parents if they have an open case with the Department of Children and Family Services and the disposition of that case. And as part of this process, we can't. And so that was one of the barriers. And so if we could do some type of workaround with that question, we would be more than willing to apply.
Okay, thanks very much.
Thank you.
So there's 16, so how many schools?
17.
And where are those?
Parma, Cleveland Heights, Brooklyn, Berea, and Cleveland. And there's one more that I can't remember. No, it's not Lakewood. I can't remember the sixth.
And how do the schools qualify?
We offer it to every school district in Cuyahoga County with the understanding that we pay for the program and the district has to pay for keeping the building open after school. So if the district is willing to do the building piece, we will provide the program. And we are looking to do some expansion. Through the last budget process, we did receive some funding to do some expansion. So we plan to reach out to some additional districts in the county to offer the opportunity. And the ESC will work with us to do that because they have access to all of the districts and they meet with them on a regular basis. And so we could go to the superintendent's meeting to reach out to see who would be interested.
It's not every night, though, is it? That they have to keep the building open?
No, it's one evening a week, and each session runs for 8 weeks. So we run a fall session and a spring session.
Yeah, and once the parents get there, they're pretty happy to be involved typically, or not always?
We actually end up having to turn families away because sometimes if they have 5 kids, every time a kid reaches the 3rd grade, they want to go through fast. And it's like you've been through 3 or 4 other times, the program doesn't change, but they love it. They refer family members and they refer neighbors once we get them in. And actually the parent partner that is a part of the team is a graduate of the FAST program.
And why is it 3rd grade only?
So FAST National has various models that they put out. And so they have baby fast, preschool fast, school age fast, middle school, and high school fast. And so what they identified that one of the turning points for kids for school age is the 3rd grade. And so that's why with school age fast, they concentrate on the 3rd grade.
Excuse me, through the chair.
Okay, we'll recognize Michelle Pomerantz from the administration.
Regional Collaboration Director, thank you, Robin. For my old back history, I know the 3rd grade is significantly important because of the 3rd grade reading guarantee, which is a legislation that if a student doesn't pass and can't read by the age of 3rd grade, then that is typically a time when they probably won't succeed in high school. So I know a lot of the times things are geared toward that 3rd grade and that 3rd grade reading measure, and I think that is probably the most impactful time for parents to be engaged at this time. So I just wanted to add that historically that legislation around 3rd grade, and that's the kind of the difference between learning to read and then reading to learn, which is the rest of school.
Thank you. Okay, any questions, comments? And I assume this probably needs to be moved under suspension since we're already into 2020 by almost over 2 months.
Yes.
So if the committee doesn't mind, I'm going to make a motion to move Resolution 2020-0059 out of committee to the full council for 2nd reading under suspension recommendation. Thank you. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay, so this will be at the next full council
Thank
meeting
you.
next week. Thanks so much, Robin.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. I have no miscellaneous business. We can adjourn.